Can an aircraft model display Herpa's shortcomings as well as being some kind of a blast from the past? Well, that is the question we want to answer in today's episode of review, so buckle up, we have quite a ride in front of us. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at an Airbus A330-300 of Thai Airways. At the front of the box we have a cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and underneath that we have the Thai Airways branding. The back side of the box then offers us a lovely image of the aircraft in real life. We have the original dimensions of the aircraft as well as some additional information. So what a simple and yet lovely box design from Herpa. I can't believe that I was able to say that. And here she is, the Airbus A330-300 in the current standard livery of Thai Airways International. The aircraft model was created by Herpa Wings back in 2011, so still at a time where Herpa's nonsense was kept to a minimum. But what did Herpa manage to add to this aircraft model? That is what we want to find out in today's tour around this aircraft model. And we start off with a look at the tail section, where we on the vertical stabilizer find the Thai Airways branding and the flag of Thailand. On the fuselage we then have the full registration code of the aircraft, and towards the very tail of the aircraft we find a bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. Now, back in 2011 Herpa certainly did not give away any details for free, hence we don't find many of them here at the front of the aircraft, but we do have across the fuselage the print of the Thai Airways branding. We do also find the name of the aircraft as well as a Star Alliance logo, of which the airline is a founding member. Also, the cockpit section is scarce for any details, so the only thing we really find here are simply the cockpit windows and the window wipers that have been printed on. So from the cockpit section we can move on to the engine nacelles. They have been kept in all white, just as most of the fuselage, but do have the silver leading edge printed on. That is, however, also the only printed detail we will find here on these engines. The physical detailing of them, however, I think is actually pretty good. Also here from the front, very nice, you can see the engine fan blades. From the engines we can then move on to the wings, which we for sure should also take a closer look at, starting off with the top side, where we have the different flap slats and spoilers carved out quite nicely. We have some different shades of grey for additional detailing, and we find the full registration code of the aircraft. This we also find on the underside of the wings, alongside more nice physical detailing. The wings of the A330 of course also have winglets, which have been given the Thai Airways color scheme. Quite lovely done here from Herpa Wings. Overall, then we of course have the landing gear. That is the standard landing gear that Herpa uses for all the Airbus A330 aircraft models, and overall I think it looks pretty decent. Not much I can criticize here, except for the fact that we are missing printed details around the front landing gear. And then last but certainly not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here at the back of the aircraft, and also here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Airbus A330-300 in the current standard livery of Thai Airways from Herpa Wings in scale 1 to 500. And what can we say about this aircraft model? I mean, I'm sure you noticed it that there was very little I could show or tell you about this aircraft model because it is simply void of any form of detailing. So why on earth could I even consider it to be a blast from the past? Well, hear me out. Of course, this model will not be able to win over any current day collectors by the amount of detailing it has. But back when Herpa released this aircraft model, their standards were just much higher than what we get from Herpa today. This is especially reflected in the overall quality of the aircraft model, so it, for example, doesn't fall apart while just looking at it, which nowadays Herpa models tend to do. Or, for example, the print quality. Yes, there aren't many prints, but the print quality itself of the prints they have added is of a much higher standard. This, combined with a decent box design and actually fair pricing when it was initially released, made this an actually pretty solid offering in 2011. However, of course, looking at it with today's eyes, the model doesn't offer much. So I'd say it's primarily of interest for collectors who like the airline and want the A330 in their collection, also given that there is no alternative with the current day standard livery in scale 500. But what do you think about all that? Let me know in the comments section below. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. If you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? With that, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.